Assalamu alaikum, this is Professor Muhammad Hassan Khan, and today we are going to start chapter number 11 of week 11 of the course Public Policy. So, this is the chapter name, which is the Domestic and International World Order and Global Governance. In this chapter, we have to cover all these 16 topics. So, let's see. These are the topics that we have to cover in this chapter, and I try to make the chapter very much shorter and try to make easiest chapter so that you people can understand each and everything in detail in and easy to learn. So this is all. This is the last topic, which is GTO. This is example of forms and formats of global governance. So let's move toward the first uh, topic, which is introduction to the world order. So let's see. First of all, let's see the topics. So these are the topics: world order, domestic, international. Understand the world order. Understand the world order continuity and changes. So this is our first topic, which is the introduction to the world order. Let's see that what the world order is. World order means how countries interact and work together in the world. It includes rules, systems, and institutions that help maintain peace, security, and cooperation. Like what the world order means, that it means that how countries interact and work together. The main thing is I have highlighted the word that how countries, what they are doing, they are interacting and working together. For what the reason that they are interacting and working together in the world, the main reason is that to maintain or to help in maintaining the peace, security, and cooperation. This is known as the world order, the shortest definition of the world order. Okay, let's move. As you can see, the different flags of the different countries. So they are working together. They have combined, and after combining, their main interest is to maintain the peace, security, and the cooperation in the world. Okay, this is the world order. Like, see the domestic and international world order. What's the domestic and international world order means? We already know the what the meaning of domestic. Let's see over here. Refers to how a country is governed within its boundaries. Like we know, we have already heard about the domestic flights and international flights. So in domestic means the flights or the things that are happening inside the country. So flights, if you talk about a domestic flight, means that the flights, they are just running in the boundary of the own country. As you can see, that refers to how a country is governed within its borders, laws, government, and institution. Secondly, see that international order, what it says to us, refers to how countries relate to each other through diplomacy, trade, peace agreement, and organization like the UN, United Nations. So internationally means how the country, like you can say that, govern outside the border. If you want to understand the definition, means that the countries are interacting outside the border, means with the different country, refers how countries relate with each other. Countries, we are talking about the countries through diplomacy, trade, peace agreement. This is how the, you can say that, the domestic and international world order take place. If you talk about the domestic, so domestic world order means within the borders. Okay, let's see, understand the world order. What the world order is. World order is based on shared values like human, help prevent conflicts and promotes corporations, right, peace and economic growth. It is shaped by peaceful countries and international institutions. Like what you can say that what happened with the world order, we have already discussed over here in the introduction. Let's understand this in very detail, like what it says to it, what it's happening. Like its share values, what it share values like human, help prevent conflict. What they are doing, they are helping prevent conflicts and promote corporations, right, peace and economic growth. What they are doing, they are just preventing the conflict with between the countries and promotes corporations, right, corporation rights, peace and economic growth. What they're doing, rights, peace and economic growth. It is shaped by the peaceful countries, it's sorry, shaped by powerful countries and international institution. So what the world order doing, it help preventing conflicts and promote cooperation. Let's see, understand the world order. continuity and changes. You can see over here, world order is not fixed. It changes over time due to war. It's not fixed. Like changes, we are talking about a world order, continuity and changes. Like you can see over here, over time due to war, revolutions, economic changes, or rise and fall of powerful countries. However, some rules and institutions remain the same, giving continuity. Again, you can see over here, understanding the world order, continuity and change. World order is not fixed. You can see over here, it's world order. What it's saying that it's not fixed. We're talking about the definition of understanding the world order, continuity and change. In change, we can see over here the world order is not fixed. It changes. It changes when it changes over time due to wars. When there war happen, so you can say that the world order can be changed. Revolutions, economic changes, or rise and fall of powerful countries. However, some rules and institutions remain the same, giving continuity. Okay, let's talk about the international world order. What's international world order is? This include the global system of rule. Global system of rule institutions like the UN, IMF, and WTO, and major powers like the US, China, Russia. These elements shape how countries act globally. What the international order is, like this include the global systems of rule. Talking about the global system of rule institutions like the UN, United Nations, IMF, and the WTO, World Trade Organization, and major powers. Which major powers we're talking about? We're talking about the like the US, China, Russia. These elements shapes how countries act globally. Okay, this is what about the international world order is. Now talking about to measure the health of the country world order, that how the the health of the country world order is measured. How you can say that the world order of this country is great, or the world order of this country is not great, or it's higher or lower. So how can we measure? We can measure how well the world order is going on by looking at on which point we're going to look. We are going to look the first of all the peace and the security level. If the peace and the security level of the country is great, so we can say that the world order of that country is great, or you can say that awesome. Secondly, we're talking about the global trade and economic stability. If the country have the global trade and economic stability, so we can say that it have a positive world order of that country. Third thing, respect of for international law. If the country is respectfully following the international law, we give the positive sign to that. Number four, human rights and justice. If these are strong, the world order is healthy. You can see, and this is a map of the countries. If first of all talk about the peace and the security level. Second, we have talk about the global trade and economic stability. Third, we have talk about the respect for the international laws. And fourth, we have talk about the human rights and the peaceful human rights and justice. If this they are strong, so the world order is what are you talking about? Oh, it's very much healthy. Okay, you can say that this is how we can measure the health of a country world order. Let's talk about the governance. So governance means what? The governance means the way rules and decisions are made and implement. What does it mean? Governance means the way rules and decisions are made and implemented. It can be by governments, institutions, or other actors like all other departments or other bodies. Good governance is fair, transparent, and effective. First of all, we should know that what is the meaning of the governance. The governance means, what does it mean? The way rule and decisions are made. What? The way rules and decisions are made and implemented. It can be by government who implement it. It can be by government, institution, or other actors or other bodies. Good governance is a fair, transparent, and effective. Let's talk about the governance and politics. Difference between the governance and the politics. You can say that we have already discussed this topic, politics. So let's see. Politics is about power and decision making. We already know in politics, if there's the party is having the power, so you can say that that party is going to influence you, or you can say that the party is going to rule. So the politics is about what's mean politics is all about, it's all about the power and decision making. On the other hand, if we talk about the governance, is how these political decisions are put into action. So what the governance means, the governance is how those political decisions are put into action. Both are connected with each other. So mean you can say that we have already discussed about the governance, the way rules and decisions are made and implemented. Over here, same governance is how how those political decisions are put into an action. So this is the complete definition. You can say that the governance and the politics is. So let's talk about the global governance. We have already discussed governance and difference between the governance and politics. Let's talk about what the global governance is. The global governance is how the world is managed beyond the national borders. You can see that how the world is managed in governance. We talk about the rules and decisions are made and implemented. Okay, how the world is managed beyond national borders. It includes rules, agreements, and institutions that deal with global problems like climate change, poverty and security, and many other elements. Okay, so global governance means how the world is managed beyond the national borders. What it includes, it includes the rules, agreements, and institutions that deal with the global problems. Which global problems, like you can say that over here, like climate change, poverty and security. This is what the global governance is. Next, talking about the governance and globalization. We have already discussed globalization. I think it's the chapter number 6 or 7. We have in detail talk about the globalization. Let's combine globalization with the governance. Like globalization connects countries. We have already discussed globalization. What it's doing, it's connecting the countries through trade, communication, and travel. This made global governance more important because many issues today, like climate change or pandemic, affect all countries. So, what you can say that if you compare this both uh, governance and globalization, what they're combining, globalization connecting the countries through trade, communication, and travel. This make global governance more important. How it's making more important, because many issues like today, like climate change, pandemics, or you can say that the wars or many different elements. So with the help of that, these pandemic affect all countries. So resolving or making rules, or you can say that managing, making agreements between the countries, making the rules worldwide with the institution globally. You can say that this is how the you can say that the governance and globalization link with each other. Okay. Next, we're going to have the arenas of global governance. Arena means the area. I have taken the picture of the stadium, means that's the area of global governance. Global governance take place in where it take place: international organization, United Nations, WHO, WTO. You all know what the UN is, WHO. You all know World Health Organization, World Trade Organization. So where global governance happen, it's happen in the global organization. In global organization, you can see the global organizations are. These are the global organizations. Regional boundaries, regional bodies, EU, African Union, like European Union. These are the regional bodies. African Union, European Union, these are the regional bodies. The third thing, financial institution. What financial institutions are? IMF, International Monetary Fund, World Bank. So these are what? These are the global governance arenas, or the institutions are. Fourth thing, non-governmental organization, NGOs. These are also the part of the global governance. Fifth thing, corporations and civil society, like simple people or simple different like local departments, you can say civil societies are. So these are all the areas or the organizations or the institution they are in the arena of the global governance. Okay, this is all. Next, we're going to have global governance as an international organization. If we're talking about the international organization, so organizations like WHO, WWF, World Bank, UN lead global governance. These are what? These are the institutions who are leading the global governance. They create law. What they're doing, they're creating law, conflicts, solve conflicts, help during crisis, and promote peace, health, and I think this is hidden. Let's I can just make this short over here. Yeah. Yes. So help during crisis and promote peace, health, and development worldwide. So these are also I've taken the picture from the Google. So these are all you can say that the international organization. So global governance as an international organization. These are the international organization. What they are doing: solve conflicts during the crisis, help during crisis, promote peace, health, and development worldwide. So let's talk about the stages of global governance. What are the stages of the global governance? Are formation of rules and norms. What they are doing, they are forming the rules and norms, agreement by countries, implementation by organizations, monitoring and enforcement. These stages help manage international cooperation. So these are what you can say that these are the stages of the global governance. First of all, they are forming the rules, norms, making the agreements by countries, implementation by the organizations, monitoring and enforcement. So these are the stages, you can say that. Like next we are going to have the potencies or the power of the global governance. Power potencies like a potential, not the power, you can say the potentials of the global governance. The global governance, first of all, what they're doing: solving global problems, example climate health. Secondly, maintain peace and stability, promote human rights and justice, encourages global economic health growth. So these are the potentials or potencies of the global governance in doing the work. So first of all, what they're doing: solving the global problems, maintaining the peace, promotes human rights, encourages global economic growth. Next, we're going to have the global governance shaping globalization. Global governance shape globalization work. It help manage its benefits like growth and reduce its harm like inequity and pollution. What says that global governance shaping globalization? What the global governance is doing, like global governance shaping shapes how globalization work. It help manage its benefits like growth. The main thing is like growth and reduce its harm. First of all, doing growth like benefits like in trading, in a good relation to the countries, and making the good environment, or you can say that different exchanging different policies which benefits the countries. Okay, reducing what? Reducing harms like inequality or pollution. In inequalities means like you can say that the war between any country, or you can say that if there is a trade, there is any kind of issues that happen in trading. So what they are doing, they are reducing or like inequalities or pollutions. Okay, pollutions mean like if any country is having any pollution in that sense, you can say that in the garbage. As on the other hand, also you can say that injustice or pollution, if we disconnect this, like you can say that like terrorism or different type of things. Okay, global governance and shaping globalization. Next, we're going to have global governance case study: Germany's prosperity depend on the world economy. This is the little case study of the Germany. As the Germany strong economy relies on the global trade, it exports product worldwide and needs stable global market. This show so why global governance matters: to keep trade rules fair and stable. So you people are well aware about Germany, how Germany is uh, growing day by day. The main thing is that Germany is mainly depend on the exports product. They are exporting the product worldwide, and the most and the famous companies of the Germany is especially they're working on the automobiles, the most famous company like BMW and the Audi or Volkswagen. These are the most famous companies of the Germany. So they are exporting their automobiles in the different worlds, all over the world, and that's how they are, what they're doing, they are exporting there. And if the country they are doing exporting, so they're boosting the economy of their country. So the main motive of the Germany is like it strong. Germany's strong economy relies on global trade. If Germany is going to maintain a good global trade with the different countries, so they can boost the economy. It export products worldwide. You know that Germany exports their product worldwide and needs stable global market. If this market is not stable, the Germany market will definitely go down. So this shows why global governance matters to keep trade rule fair and stable. This is the, you can say that example of case study of the Germany. Next, talk about the globalized world need global governance. You can say that globalized world, they need the global governance. In today's world, problem like climate change, terrorism, and disease spread across borders, no country can handle them alone. Global governance bring countries together to solve such challenges. So this is why, like the countries, they just want to come together, come closer to handle all these type of problems, because you can see that no country can handle them alone, because every person needs any other person to solve any kind of problem, to do the work and to make their peace, stability, and to make their work easier. So that's why the globalized world need global governance. This is the example of the global governance is. Yeah, I have repeated this slide. You can just start from here. Forms and formats of global governance. These are the forms. Global governance can take many forms. So you can say that formal institution like the UN or World WTO. You have already seen in previous slides. Formal formal institution, informal groups like the GTO. You can see over here GTO. What GTO is, I will just discuss over here. Before that, let's see treaties and agreements like the parts climates accords, like treaties of Pakistan, India, on the treaty on the water canals. So treaties are and agreements are made. So forms, we're talking about the forms and formats in global governance. Public private partnerships like NGOs and companies. Let's talk about the G20. What the G20 is? G20 is stands for the group of 20. It is in intergovernmental forum of the world's major developed and developing countries. The group of 20 G20 consists of 19 countries, the European Union, and since 2023, the African Union. The member countries are Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, South Korea, Turkey, and United Kingdom, and the United States. These are the countries are of G20 forum of the world major developed, and these are the world developed country. So this is all about the chapter number, you can say that chapter number 11. We have already discussed this chapter in very detail. Try to make this chapter more interesting by putting the different pictures and different background colors, and try to make these slides more interesting and eye-catching. So thank you very much for listening this chapter and watching this chapter, and thank you very much once again, and inshallah see you in the next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz, take care, bye bye.